Okay, everyone, back again, not a month apart from my last video. So I posted the cloth and paper subscription box unboxing the other day, and I actually pulled out my goals planner to write a couple things, write a couple updates in it, and realized I need to do the final quarter goals update. So for those that have not seen the other videos, um, this is something I compiled over the years, just based on how I was tracking goals long before I got into paper planning as it is now. I would totally geek out in the new year and have a little binder, small binder, and print out all my goals and try to track it. It worked, but this is just more fun. So this is an A5 size leather planner from Cloth and Paper. I bought it when they did their sales last year, I think. I don't remember if it was a pre-sale or not, but it's kind of morphed over time into what it is now. So these are just a few dashboards. This is Cloth and Paper, this is Planner Press, and this is Elliot Sort Stuff Out. Also Cloth and Paper, but what I did is I took the sections of goals that I try to just focus on every quarter, and I made them into tabs so you can see overall year, wellness, personal, career. Then back here you have finances and home. So those are the sections, and you can get into as much or as little detail as you want. But for the year, these were the visual manifesto inserts that came out last year, and I really liked them because you can set your word of the year intention, things to improve, what is my focus overall. You can make a vision board and then write down. I was able to plan out all of the focus areas for the year. And then there's a second one that I decided I'm going to use for a recap at the end of the year to actually write down all of the things I did accomplish. And it's kind of neat to see because I took a pivot about halfway through, and but doesn't that happen with everyone just about? So then the year overview insert, monthly goal planning. I haven't checked the website to see if these are still available, but you basically write your plans for the quarter quarterly. And so I've done that with all of you, so for each quarter. Now what I also did, these inserts were left over, and I actually started to track what did I accomplish that quarter in a different way, just to keep track of it, because by the time the end of the year rolls around, I go, oh my god, what did I even do? So yeah, so that's what I did, and it was in quarter two that everything just kind of like took a major shift. But that's okay, that's to be expected sometimes. And so I incorporated that, like I added some things like sticky notes that we didn't think we were going to have to do, and a new focus area. And then I incorporated that into Q3 and did fill out the Q3, what actually got done. And so it's neat to see what, we can always set our plans, and I think I've talked about it in a previous video that I used to just been through so much that I like stopped goal setting for a little while, and then I realized that that wasn't like helping me. And normally I write in Sharpie kind of like high level what I think I'm going to write down for the quarter. I didn't do that this time. The last couple of months have significantly gotten away from me, but in a good way. So if we go back to the end of a quarter last quarter, I was able to get back into the gym. I got a new job and a promotion. We actually made an embryo in our IVF journey. I started GMAT tutoring and my score is increasing. Those are pretty freaking big deals. So those are really, really, really big things. But it's also why, when my videos haven't been posting over the last month, to be able to make an embryo and get a job promotion in 1 month is pretty outstanding. So, like I said before, I'm going to give myself some grace. But this video is going to be about filling out this Q4. We're still early on in November, so I can catch the last couple of months here, finish the year strong. For October, I might just finish, populate what we did do, still set high-level goals for the remainder of the quarter, any notes, and so I'll get to filling this out, and you can sit tight, hang back with a cup of coffee or tea, and just watch, and I'll fast forward through the writing, and then I'll go over it with you afterwards. So, see you in a bit. Alright everyone, so now that is finished for now. Who knows how it'll change. I'm super visual, which is probably most of you if you're a paper planner, but I tried to separate the self-care into that cream color and grad school future type stuff in that light blue-gray color, and just some financial health stuff I've labeled with the little hearts. So I have in October, I was getting caught up at work, trying to really wrap my head around exactly what the ins and outs are. It's probably the highest level, probably, it is the highest level job I've ever had. So I'm trying to really make sure I know the ins and outs and the details really, really well. My manager is awesome. Um, I've always had good managers at this company, but he's really taking a learning approach to leadership. And so it's a lot of additional steps and additional work to really learn leadership in a new way. So I'm super happy about that. I did interview with Duke. I got a facial, which has been a very, very long time. My husband and I finished our taxes in October. We did our taxes in October last year, and we swear we're going to get them done without an extension next year. Just between all the health stuff and my mom's stroke and balancing everything, it just, I give ourselves some grace, and October was the only thing that made sense. And I don't like extending things, but we absolutely had to. I signed up for tutoring, getting back to one of my holistic practitioners. I hadn't gone in 8 months. I didn't go to the gym for 6 months. I think I was just, the beginning of this year, I was so burned out. And that was readily apparent in how I was living the day to day. So just really this last quarter and this past quarter getting caught back up with everything. We did take my mom out for a birthday celebration. It was really nice. Focusing on sleep. I worked on my Duke and Kellogg essays. And then so for November and December, finish all of the applications, finish the essays, get the recommendations, take the GMAT, EA, finalize our honeymoon payment. We got married in 2020, and we did have a Zoom wedding, which was actually really cool. But it was just my mom, my husband's parents, and we each had one friend show for our wedding, which was beautiful and intimate. It was just so perfect. You couldn't have asked for more, really. But we scheduled a honeymoon 3 years later, so we have that coming up at the beginning of next year. So we're finalizing that payment, going back in for a facial, make sure I'm starting to use the remainder of my PTO November, December, and really rest, study. Saving up for some Black Friday deals and Christmas shopping, which always brings me joy to shop for other folks. Get my planner system sorted for December and start on the 2023 goals. Make some countdowns, continue to save money. And so really, it's such a large focus on gearing up for grad school that, that's readily apparent. But then also, what also is apparent is because it's so much time for grad school that the rest is just self-care. But I did want to finish this up and do the video with you. Hope it gives some inspiration. The goals videos always seem to do really well. It's just something that we can strive for. You know, the phrase, even if you shoot for the moon and miss, you'll land among the stars. So at least setting something up for you, even if you do a fraction of it, that's great. We're all doing the best we can. I didn't make a vision board for 2022 in general. I might for 2023. And we'll see what kind of inserts I can get to kind of keep working on this. And I do like the format. It helps me to have everything having a section. I really like it. I'm happy I've landed on it, this type of setup. But we'll see more on that later. And if you have any questions at all about anything I showed today or put together, I'm happy to help with any questions you might have. I love the conversations that we get to have in the comments. So like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you feel like the video is helpful for you or would be with folks that you know, please go ahead and share. We want to make sure that we're all living our best life possible. And until next time, everyone, I will talk to you then.